Hello and welcome to the Hotkeys podcast. This is the show where we talk about everything pop culture and random in the world. I'm your host, Mick. And today I'm joined by
Wil Dobrtatz,
Landon Browning,
and David Parker.
Welcome to the show, guys. It is August the 20th, 2022.
Hooray.
Hoorah.
Huzzah.
Huzzay.
Hooray.
Hurrah.
Hello.
Hello. How's your week, guys?
Fantastic.
Landon?
it was pretty good.
That's good.
Landon, what's wrong?
Nothing.
I don't think anything's wrong with him. He sounds pretty happy and cheerful to me.
I'm in a great mood. I had some Lucky Charms this morning.
Lucky Charms. I think adults can have Lucky Charms.
Adults can have anything.
Yeah.
They're adults.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My house, my rules.
Are Lucky Charms your favorite cereal?
No.
For me, I think so.
They're good, but they're not my favorite.
What's the best then?
I like Golden Crisps.
What?
What are Golden Crisps?
They look like little beans.
They look
They're
like
kind of
like
brown.
like coffee beans, kind of
Kind of, yeah.
like ricey
Interesting.
coffee
Okay.
beans.
I've never heard of them.
Oh, they're super good. They have that like bear on the outside as the mascot.
You're gonna have to
Are they
be
kind
more
of like
specific.
the pop or the corn crisps or whatever?
Yeah, kind of.
They're called pop, like I think.
No, it's not.
Michael does
corn
like
pops.
pops, though.
Corn pops, yeah, that's it.
I actually haven't really had those since I puked them up.
Oh,
Corn pops?
Okay,
Yeah. They're not corn pops. They're just called
they're
pops.
called pops,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
I think so. They were really good when I was a kid. They were like my top 3, I think.
As like texture goes, they were like a really good texture for cereal.
I like honeycomb. Honeycomb is fun, and the boxes
I
are
haven't had
giant.
honeycomb in forever. Actually, I really like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I
Cinnamon
also
Toast
like
Crunch,
cinnamon toast crunch a lot.
What?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is really good. I think, although it is sugar for breakfast.
I mean, all these are sugar.
I mean, some of them. There's some that are really good. There's
Have you guys had the crunchy Raisin Bran?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
I
that
love-
is
well,
so good.
I love just regular Raisin Bran. I probably most children don't. I mean, not that I'm a child, but ever since I was a kid, I even liked Raisin Bran. So like every once in a while,
like
I'll
Raisin
go
Bran.
and get.
But
box
crunchy
of-
Raisin Bran is definitely superior.
It's different. It like it is sweeter, I would say.
It's superior.
But sometimes I want like that bran flavor from the Raisin Bran, just with a little bit of raisins
bland.
and not everything else that comes with the crunchy. Though I do
Raisin
like
bland.
I do like crunchy Raisin Bran also.
crunchy Raisin Bran.
I just like the granola like cluster crunch.
Honey Bunches of Oats.
Oh, Honey Bunches of
Bunches of
Oats are really
yeah.
good.
Honey Bunches of Oats, I do like.
I like Special K a
I
lot
Not as
too.
a kid, as a teenager, I kind of switched. I didn't like them as a kid.
I think I've always liked them.
See, I don't know. Like Will had a big thing against oats as a kid.
Why
Like I didn't really like.
talk to yourself and talk about yourself in the third.
Young
person.
Will he was like oats.
I had
My biggest
a
nemesis.
very troubling relationship with oats when I was a kid.
Wait, why?
That's such a weird thing to say.
What did the oats do to you, Will?
I didn't like their flavor.
in your mouth.
Stop. I think I'm gonna quit.
Have you guys had? Have you guys ever had Oreos?
Yes.
I have not. No. Or
Those are pretty good.
like the cereal or just the cookie?
The cereal. The cereal should be called
Oreos.
Oreo-O's.
I've literally just had Oreos for breakfast though.
What?
Before. Yeah.
When
Like
you were a
crumpled them
child
up
or an
in
adult?
No, like I
bowl
just-
of milk or
I've done it as an adult too.
wait, you've crumpled them up.
No,
in a
I
bowl
just
of
like
milk?
I just get a glass of milk and just some Oreos in the morning.
Really?
Yeah, I've done that before.
I feel like that's a crime.
You should be arrested.
I
Criminal.
mean, it probably is like. I mean, it's probably just pretty close to having a bowl of cereal, though. So
it's
yeah.
No,
look.
because the frosting. It's the frosting.
What?
I mean, there's like equivalents of frosting in lots
but
of
it's
cereal.
coated on the cereal in the
Yeah,
like
but
in
and you
the
have a
cereal.
giant bowl of cereal versus like 4
about-
Oreos.
How about Cookie Crisp?
I
I
love
was
Cookie
never a big
Crisp.
Cookie
I like
Crisp fan.
I like Cookie Crisp.
I like the mask. I like the guy. I like the Cookie Crisp wolf.
The wolf.
Yeah, I think he's cool.
I mean, when I think about
She's
it,
pretty cool.
I like pretty much every cereal. I'll pretty much eat any cereal.
Any cereal. Yeah.
most of my experience is from Honey Bunches of Oats and Lucky Charms, though. I haven't messed around with any other cereals.
Messed around.
Cheerios.
I haven't really messed around.
I haven't dabbled, like yeah.
I'm pretty loyal, you know.
I'm an
my
amateur
cereal count's
connoisseur.
not very high.
You haven't traveled out of the norm.
You should
guys like Cheerios?
You should branch out a bit, Landon.
Cheerios?
I like Cheerios.
No,
Cheerios are
I'm not
good.
a big Cheerio guy.
Honey Nut Cheerio.
Yeah, whatever.
The milk tastes good.
Frosted Flakes.
They're
let them become mush,
more
and then you just
than good.
See,
Frosted Flakes might be the only cereal that I'm like not that into.
Really,
anymore.
I love Frosted Flakes. Top 3 cereal for me. The thing about Frosted Flakes is you have to eat them so fast. Because if you don't eat them fast, they become soggy.
That's fine. They're actually a pretty good soggy
and it kind of
cereal.
turns the milk green.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
it does. It's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is weird, but I like as long as you eat it fast.
I don't usually get Frosted Flakes unless I'm having continental breakfast at a hotel. Then it's like the first thing I go for.
That's
You know,
like the quintessential
You twist
cereal at any
the weird
continental
plastic
breakfast.
thing as they're like
And it goes,
falling out of the windmill. Like every other like flake like is getting cut in half as it falls into your like
Falls into
giant
the tiny
paper bowl.
styrofoam.
Oh, I love continental breakfast at a hotel. I just like looking at everybody else sitting at the. Yeah, there's like the family that clearly like you just see the dad. He just looks exhausted. You know, there's like the screaming kids.
Screaming kids.
There's the
Reminds me
too
of the
bright
Peel
like-
sketch,
like
Continental Breakfast.
the fluorescent lights that are
know if I've
too
seen that
bright,
one.
so like you're seeing
Yeah.
like way too much like shadows under people's eyes and stuff.
And then there's like the very like athletic people like that were clearly there for some kind of sporting event, you know, and they're like wide awake and they're just having like a glass of orange juice and something healthy. And then there's like
Egg whites. And
yeah, then there's like me with like a massive bowl of cereal and like
A
5
muffin.
waffle.
yeah, like
Yeah,
a waffle,
waffle.
a muffin, like 2
Yogurt.
strips of bacon, and then
Every
like
type of juice that they offer.
yeah.
And like
Breakfast really
the rubber
is, like,
eggs.
only-
the rubber
And I'm like disheveled. I'm like in a you know, and like you see the athletic people, they're like clearly have already showered and like probably
They've already ran like
yeah,
3 miles.
Yeah.
Got back showered.
It reminds me in Vegas when we went to the buffet, like the breakfast buffet. It was at the
MGM Grand.
MGM Grand, and it was the day after Top. It was not the day after, but it was the day of Top Golf, I think.
Yeah, I think we went. It was probably at like 11 or something.
That was probably the worst food we had on the trip, right?
It was, but it was
still
kind of
good.
cool. It was still. I like the buffet aspect of it. Like the buffet made everything better, even though it was not that good.
Man.
I was
I
gonna say
hate buffets.
Will brought up a buffet, so I was like just waiting. I was like 20 seconds, like Landon's gonna start complaining.
hate them.
Wait, why? I mean, obviously the COVID. Like,
It's just more of the you know, in
You just don't know how to use
it
it.
encourages just the disgusting greed and indulgence of
Yeah.
American culture
America.
that I just really can't. I just can't back.
But you have Oreos for breakfast?
Yes. I don't like buffets. I don't feel like I ever get. I feel like to get your money's worth, you have to gorge yourself, and I don't like doing that. It feels gross.
It is getting to the point there where now it's fairly close. Like you go to like Golden Corral, you pay like $20. You're almost paying that much at like any other meal you go to.
that is true.
But I would rather
Like,
just
it's so
pay for a
close.
portion amount of meal, like food.
Then have one portion.
But it's a gross portion.
I mean,
I think you're messed up in the
buffets
head.
like they
Buffets
vary
are
quite
amazing.
a bit. But also,
They're
like
what?
within a specific buffet, sometimes there is good food there, and sometimes there's bad food there. You just have to get the stuff that's actually like tasty.
I hate Golden Corral.
We know.
Golden Corral.
There's
I
like
will
the
take a
family
stand
at 8.
against
There's like the
Golden Corral.
family.
I will
There's,
take a stand against Golden Corral.
there's like the family at 8 there, and like the dad's like, "Eat up, kids. This is like."
See, that's your problem. You just got to look at the food and stuff it down your face.
How can you not look at the people when there's like 800 people crammed?
Because the
like,
the food takes priority. I'm there for the food, not there to people
you
watch.
see every employee there, and you can tell they're like one more bad.
Yeah,
event
but
away
when you
from
start
killing
going down
themselves.
that,
I feel like
road,
that's
you have to apply
every
that to, like,
restaurant that I
every
go to, though.
fast food place, every restaurant.
I feel like the
There's,
employees
like,
at Golden
gross
Corral are
people.
especially sad.
you can't
Nah.
let the people ruin
Yeah.
like the people should take into you should obviously take into account in some way, but you can't let it completely ruin the experience.
You got to go in blind.
You can't let the people that love Golden Corral ruin Golden Corral unless it's really, 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 really bad. And I don't know if it's that bad.
It's pretty bad.
I don't know if it's that bad.
It's not that bad.
I get.
Especially new Golden Corral. They did a remodel.
Have you gone?
I have. Of course I have. What kind of question is
Okay.
that?
How often do you go to Golden Corral?
Like 3 times a week.
I will I'll defend
Monday, Tuesday,
Golden
Wednesday.
Corral against the hate, but I don't understand how you love it so much.
Oh,
I can get not liking it.
It's good
I
food.
can't get hating it. I can't get loving it.
I've had like one of my best steaks I've ever had was at Golden Corral.
What?
It was so good.
Have you been to like a steak place?
I've been to a steak place with you multiple times.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much.
But I guess I'm just confused then. Like, why would you choose Golden Corral over
Well, he
anything
just
else?
said one of the best steaks he's ever had. He had
I know,
at
but like,
Golden Corral.
what? I just am confused at why it's at Golden Corral.
Well,
He doesn't know why.
Yeah,
It was just there.
Fair enough, you know.
I don't have the answers to the universe, Will.
see, that
I
seems like
just
that's
eat good
your
food.
bias about Golden Corral, Will, creeping into the conversation. You're like, no, it
Ah.
doesn't compute. Like, It can't be that the best
It can't
steak
be.
you ever had.
No,
Because I've had like very mediocre. I've had very mediocre steaks at like really good steak places.
Yeah.
But then, and in the end, it's all subjective.
Mick has also probably had bad steak at Golden Corral also.
I have.
Yeah.
I'll admit it. Yeah.
Well, why did Will, why'd you bring up buffets? Where did that come from again?
the MGM. It was.
We were talking about continental breakfast.
We're talking about continental breakfast, and then I said that reminds me of the buffet because it's kind of the same thing, almost.
I mean, like the
continental breakfast are
MGM
basically
brand
buffets.
buffet, they had like smoked salmon and stuff. I mean, like I'm probably not going to get that at Golden Corral, but I was able to eat a lot of expensive food at that buffet that I really liked.
You just diss Golden Corral.
No, I'm just saying
You're
that
saying they don't have smoked salmon?
I don't think they do. Though,
When was the last time you were at Golden Corral, Dave?
Oh, it's probably been like 10 years or
Yeah.
something.
You don't know. They probably don't have
Golden Corral, like the nicest joint now. It's got like everything you could ever ask for.
Nick said new Golden
Black tie
Corral.
event. You have to dress up to go. No, I was gonna say I think breakfast is like probably the only meal that's acceptable to have like any amount of type of drinks. Like you could have like tons of different juices, coffees,
Chocolate
you know,
milk.
milks.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know if
find myself
chocolate
at
milk
lunch or
is-
dinner like
I
having
think
such a
chocolate milk's
variety.
a delicacy.
I don't.
What'd you say, Dave?
I was agreeing with you because I don't feel like I have variety of drinks at lunch or dinner ever. Like maybe with dinner I'll have
Yeah.
water and then like something else. But like
Yeah.
breakfast, I've had breakfast before where I've had orange juice, coffee,
Yeah,
milk.
You
Like
just
so I
go
have
nuts
three.
nuts with drinks
Yeah.
at breakfast, and it's okay.
Mimosas.
Yeah.
Bloody
yeah,
Mary.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like there's like so many variety that like when you get to lunch, it's like the soda or a beer
Or water.
or water. You know,
A whiskey sour, perhaps.
whiskey sour. What's the best type of juice?
Orange.
Lemon. Just love a big, tall glass of lemon juice.
I mean, apple is the best juice.
Well, we know
hands
that
down.
Will loves lemonade from Sherry's.
I do love lemonade.
Because remember, he equated it to a milkshake, which made no sense.
Yeah.
So weird.
I was editing that episode, and I was like, I cannot believe Will is saying that.
I
He's like,
listened to that. And I'm
he's like, I'm either going to
forgot
get a
Will said
lemonade
this like ridiculous
or a
thing. Like who?
milkshake.
A milk? No, it was a
ever said that?
milkshake. And then if they don't have milkshakes,
No.
I'm getting a lemonade.
No, what happened to a slice of pie? Like, why
No.
a slice of pie?
I would rather have a lemonade.
Or like a
That late
chocolate
at night.
milk. A chocolate milk seems like secondary. Like if
Yeah,
they don't have,
pumped,
have like a
milk,
milkshake
yeah.
or ice cream or something. But like you jump
You
to
even
like
said it was a delicacy.
I mean, okay, maybe I'll consider chocolate milk next time.
You should.
There you
Good.
go.
Just get a slice of pie.
Or a slice of pie.
The pie was great.
I like cranberry juice.
I
cranberry
don't know
juice
if I've
is
ever had
good.
just a
Cranberry
glass of
juice.
cranberry
I've started drinking that. It's actually really good.
You don't drink as much because it's so tart, but that's probably better for you because then you're having a lot less sugar. But cranberry juice is really
It's
good,
supposed
even
to be
just by
really
itself.
healthy for you too.
Yeah,
It's like good for your heart.
As long as you buy the real stuff,
Yeah, real stuff.
not those artificial cranberries.
Yeah, not the fake artificial cranberries.
What are the odds that Mick's been buying the the fake cranberry juice?
I go to Golden Corral for my cranberry juice. And I know they have real cranberry juice.
I drank 1 gallon,
Oh my!
my 3 steaks, and plate of mashed potatoes.
Yep. And I mixed them together.
Oh,
Or apple juice is good though.
Apple juice, I think, is the best. It's a hot take, but
I don't think that's.
it's
I
the
don't
mo-
think that's a hot
that's
take.
like
well, it's
that's
the
like-
most basic.
Yeah, I
That's
feel
the
like that's a
unfortunate
safe
thing.
answer.
It's a safe answer. It's like saying vanilla is the best ice cream.
Yeah. Like orange juice is my favorite, but
Orange juice is the popular answer for best juice.
The last few times I've had orange juice, though, I don't know if it's been like too acidic or something, but it's really like messed with
it's
my
messed with you.
stomach.
Yeah, I feel like that happens.
Yeah. But I mean, pulp all the way.
yeah, I love.
Really?
I
I'm
love.
like- No,
I
I'm-
love.
I
pulpy
want to
orange
chew
juice.
my.
I'm
orange
not a
juice.
fan of pulp.
I like a little bit,
Oh,
not a lot. I like a
love
little.
pulp. I'm like all pulp, most pulp. I think is what I get.
I am
That is
so.
disgusting.
I am
Oh,
so
I'm not a fan.
pro pulp that I almost feel like orange
Yeah.
juice without it is a different drink. Like
It is totally different. It tastes like way more watery. The texture obviously is completely different. You need to be chewing your juice, Will.
That sounds dirty.
chew it.
Then chew it. You guys want to chew some juice?
Yeah, what's your favorite juice to chew, Will?
Well, let's see here.
I mean, apple cider is kind of like. I mean, there's usually not like,
mean,
like
yeah.
bits of apple in it, but it's kind of like the
Apple
equivalent,
juice-
I would say, of pulpy orange juice.
Apple
to
juice and apple cider are very different, I think.
Yeah.
I think they each have their strengths and weaknesses.
Have you guys ever had banana juice?
No,
No,
sounds awful.
Shut up.
It is.
You gotta shut up.
It is so gross.
Banana is not meant to
It
be
is not meant
anything
to be,
but banana.
Not meant to be juice. It's great in a smoothie. It's great in
I'll go even. I don't think
Ice
it should be
cream and
consumed
stuff.
by itself. I think it's an additive flavor.
Oh, I like
Bananas?
just
Yeah.
chewing on a banana.
See, I
Just
like-
stuffing it down my throat. Like it's really good.
I was gonna say I love bananas. And
Eating it whole, just whole.
I think bananas are a good like breakfast or a good snack. But
Yeah.
I think you have to be careful with what goes with a banana because I think it can
Just down the throat.
it can really like ruin the banana in my opinion.
But yeah, banana juice. Like, how do you even juice a banana?
Yeah, I think you just blend it up.
I feel like it just gets really
Right?
slimy, right? Like it just
It was
sounds
ju-
sounds disgusting.
I had this. It was years ago, but it was so just weird, bizarre. I did not like it.
Yeah.
Would not recommend banana juice.
Probably would not want to try it ever either. That sounds like I'm just not appealing.
Pineapple juice is good.
I
Yes.
love pineapple juice.
100% behind that.
Never had it.
So
Aren't you
good.
anti-pineapple or something, Landon?
I
Am
had like
remembering
feeling that
correctly?
I was allergic. I had a feeling that I was allergic to it, but I don't actually know. So I've just kind of avoided it for years.
You should.
You've got to be kidding me, right?
No,
Pineapple
should add-
is like one of the best fruits.
I've never had like just a chunk of pineapple. So
You are
discuss
insane.
this.
or maybe once.
What are you doing the rest of the day? Because we are going to the store
Let's get
and getting
Hawaiian
a pineapple.
No, I'm not.
No.
No.
No. Too far, Will.
I love Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, it's
I
so
also
gross.
love
Pineapple-
Hawaiian pizza, but I don't think it's the best way to introduce pineapple to someone.
No,
I think
no,
just
no.
just just
that was a
some
joke.
fresh, like a fresh chunk.
Oh yeah, I do like pineapple.
What are you gonna say? Like, are you gonna make me mad again about
No,
the
I'm gonna
pineapple
say
pizza?
like I don't think we've ever discussed pineapple on pizza.
It's gross.
I think it's
the worst thing.
I love
think
it.
it's
my
no,
favorite
it's awesome.
pizza. It's my
It's
favorite pizza.
horrible. It is disgusting.
Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a bold take. I
Horrible.
feel like I don't know. It's definitely top 3. I'm with
Cowboy
Dave.
pizza from Papa Murphy's.
No, I'll never.
What about the Supreme from Costco?
Oh,
Dude, why
rip.
won't you
Rip.
come back? I mean, the cheese from Costco is like a solid way to go.
That's the only choice.
Yeah, the pepperoni is just it's too much.
Well, they don't
The
put as
pepperoni
much
is
cheese
fine,
on
but it's
either.
like half as much cheese.
Yeah. I would be fine having pepperoni on a Costco cheese pizza. Can I get a cheese pizza and then you add pepperoni to it? And they're like, oh no, we have to cut half the cheese. And I'm like, oh well, no, thank you.
Yeah. Nah. No, I want Costco pizza.
Slice of cheese pizza and a hot dog.
Have you tried their chicken bakes?
Yeah, the chicken bakes are great.
Chicken bakes are good.
They're really
I have to
good.
be in the right mood for it though.
I agree. Yeah.
I would say
agree
that's
with
my
that.
third choice if I was to get something off the food court menu.
They used to have these like turkey
I know what you're talking about.
sandwich or
Yep.
something.
Yeah, it was in like an enclosed kind of like
Like a wrap?
can't remember the
like
type
a
of
turkey wrap?
No, it was on a bun.
was
I
on
can't
a
remember
bun,
the type
yeah.
of bread it was though.
It was like a
a light
ciabatta
airy
bun or something.
Yes, yeah.
A ciabatta?
Those were good.
Yeah, they cut that. That was a new it was like something that didn't stick.
There was
I've
a
also
while
seen
too
some
where they
Costco-
had it was like pulled pork sandwiches, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they've
They
had
had a
that.
hamburger for a while. too.
I've seen a hamburger, but I mean, pizza is like
So what do you rank? I would say my number one for a lunch there. I still think that my number one choice would be the hot dog.
I would still do pizza.
I gotta go with pizza slice.
Oh man,
I mean, I'll do both.
If I want a big lunch, then I'm getting hot dog and a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
But that's a massive lunch.
I think the hot dog is above the quality of a lot of other hot dogs.
Yeah.
The pizza, I think, is above the quality of a lot more pizza than the hot dogs is above the hot dogs. If that makes sense.
I think with the hot dog, it's like it's $1.50.
Right.
It's
but
literally like
I mean, what's the
$19.95.
slice of
price.
pizza? $2
I think it's $3.
or $3.50 or something. I mean, that's still like super cheap for what you're getting.
Yeah.
I thought a slice was $2. Or did they up the price?
They don't up the prices. The prices have been the same for the last 100 years.
So what do you think of the biggest debate I think I could think of is the berry smoothie, they changed the style of it.
No,
It was years ago. They changed it like
Oh.
3 or 4 years ago. They changed it from beforehand it used to be more artificial. I feel like now it's like actually has like chunks of berries and stuff in
yeah,
it.
I dig that.
I liked the old one better,
Nah, chunk me up, man.
but the new one's still good. I used to when I was a kid, we would get the old berry smoothie, and I would drink a little bit, and then I'd pour a can of Sprite into it.
What?
Yeah, and make it like a fizzy, like it was almost like a.
That's weird.
It was good.
That's a life hack right there.
It was really good.
Is this like
That
getting
actually
it
does sound good.
over like
No, Spilk is different.
Spilk is
is
a
a different
treasure.
beast. It's
it made you a different beast. You were like
I thought
writhing
you were
on
gonna
the floor.
die. You're such an idiot. Like, that might be like the dumbest. Like I remember just like watching. I'm like, what a pathetic.
Have you seen videos of like snakes that get like hit in the head and they're like writhing on the ground? That's what it looked like.
Will Dragon was like, wow, this is so good. And then he like looked at some random thing that said like milk and soda was bad. Together. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, you thought you were gonna die.
not my proudest moment.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Not mine either.
Yeah.
But yeah, Costco.
Oh, it is $1.99 for a slice of Costco.
Oh yeah, come on. Don't be doing my pizza wrong like that.
I guess that's super cheap too.
Super cheap.
The chicken bake's the one that's a little bit more expensive.
Yes, but even then, it's like super cheap.
Yeah.
For what you're getting.
I feel like that one's hit or miss though. I feel I've had bad chicken bakes from Costco.
I don't think I have. I feel like they're pretty consistent.
I
At
think
least from what I've had.
the only bad chicken bakes I've had are the ones that are frozen that you take home with you.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
don't
yep.
do that.
Yeah.
I mean, the same thing with the pizza. Like
Yeah.
if you get the frozen pizza and bring it home,
I thought it was not. I thought it was fresh. I don't think it's frozen.
or whatever. I mean, it's still like not
the same.
prepared.
I think there's a frozen version of the Costco pizza. I'm pretty sure, right?
I mean, there probably is.
I don't know
but
if there is, but there is one like in a box that you
It's
get
like a
from
take
a
and bake.
colder area of the store, and you take it home and you cook it. That one's not as good. We're talking about the food court
Yep.
pizza.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're mochas, the mocha freeze.
I love those.
The mocha, their like Sunday berry ice cream thing that they have is
Yeah.
super good.
We are brought to you by Costco. Food
No,
court.
we aren't. No.
Jeez, I wish. I would absolutely be sponsored by them.
I think I'd be sponsored by almost anybody.
Golden
Yeah.
Crow.
Who would we not be sponsored by?
Bananas.
Banana juice.
Banana juice.
Banana juice.
What's a company we would not take money from?
We're not gonna.
I can name a few.
This episode is brought to you by Tencent. we were bought out by Tencent at a major acquisition.
Speaking of which, Lord of the Rings was the IP was sold for the first time in
Yeah,
like
I
40
saw that.
years.
Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
So
Yeah.
hold on. It's confusing. The IP, does that mean Amazon doesn't have the rights anymore to make
No,
shows?
Amazon.
They are not making a Lord. Well, it's really confusing because
They found a
don't-
loophole, right?
they have a type of loophole because they don't have the rights to the Silmarillion. They have the rights to like the Second Age
Yeah.
stuff.
Think of it, Will, that they are leasing like a portion of the property to use for a certain amount of time, but the ownership is still under someone else, which the ownership changed hands to what was the name of the company?
Embracer.
Embracer. This
It's essentially
it's a
like
video
US
games holding company.
It's like what THQ was. Like
Yeah.
THQ became THQ Nordic, and then they became Embracer.
Yeah,
I
and
believe.
they own a bunch of stuff.
interesting.
They own like the biggest board game company too, on top of a lot of other properties. So
They are massive.
yeah, they're huge.
They have like something like over 100 games in development. They're like the biggest like video game holding group. I believe.
Wait, hold on a second. They came out of nowhere though, right?
They've been around for a few years now.
But I thought THQ went under.
Yep, they came back a few years ago as THQ Nordic, and they started gobbling up properties, and then they rebranded, I believe, as Embracer Group.
That's nuts.
So they only make video games?
No, they also own this.
It's a
board game.
holdings company, so
It's a
they
holding
just
company.
they're an owning
Oh.
things company, and some of their
Oh, okay.
subsidiaries make so like they own Nordic games,
Gotcha. Okay.
or not Nordic, but
THQ Nordic
yeah,
or whatever. Yeah,
Gotcha.
a lot of like AA, like
So
not.
is the Gollum game still coming out?
I think so.
they own Dark Horse too. I forgot
The
about
comic?
that. Yeah,
Gosh, what is Dark Horse
Gearbox. Yeah, dang.
Dark Horse Comics?
Yeah.
They make a lot of comics for very popular properties.
doing? Oh yeah, like what?
They did some
What are these popular properties?
they did some Call of Duty Zombies comics. They did some
Who reads? What? Is that a thing?
It was a big thing back like a few years ago.
Okay. Did
you read
let
them?
me look. I did. I have all four of them.
Well, let's
Oh,
see.
now I feel bad for.
Umbrella Academy is Dark Horse.
Nice. I like Umbrella Academy.
Nobody knows what that is. Okay over there.
You gonna cry?
Goblin Jr. Gonna cry.
Looks like they have comics based off Hellboy, Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Witcher, Stranger Things.
Oh heck, they got a lot of stuff.
Have you not heard of Dark Horse, Michael?
Yes, I've heard of
Okay.
Dark Horse.
I was like,
Didn't they do The Walking Dead, or is that no? That's is Dark Horse Walking Dead.
They might have done The Walking Dead.
I don't think so.
I can't remember. No, that's like Skydance or something. Or no, that's an
That's
animation.
J.J. Abrams. I think Skydance is J.J. Abrams'
Is it? Okay.
That is,
I don't know.
company.
So he has two. He has Skydance and Bad Robot.
Oh wait, no, Bad Robot is the hold on Skydance.
Oh, is Skydance, is that Tom Cruise?
I think Skydance is an animation, isn't it?
Skydance is Tom Cruise, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because that's in front of all the Mission Possible.
Yeah, Jack Reacher, Mission Impossible, Terminator, Jack Reacher, Top Gun Maverick,
Wait, was he a producer on Terminator?
maybe Terminator Dark Fate.
I feel like that's weird. If
I don't think so. Maybe they just were the company behind.
Walking Dead is Image Comics.
Image Comics, so they're the same as Invincible. Mm-hmm. So Dave, have you actually been watching She-Hulk?
Oh, well, there's just one episode that I guess aired on Thursday or something. But I did watch it last night. The first.
Tell us
episode.
about it.
Yeah.
How great is it?
Let us know if She-Hulk is the next big Avenger.
Probably not. I mean, I think it's something that's just going to be relegated to a series. Would be my guess. Kind of like some of the other shows that have been on. But
How was the first episode?
it was okay. I mean, I wasn't like a huge fan of it, but it really kind of just sets up her as a character. This first episode, so not a lot of like super interesting things happen, I guess. So I
Did
think
she do a lot of lawyering?
no, because like
Objection.
I think that'll come the next episode because like the first episode is basically just explaining kind of her origin.
What is her origin?
She gets some of Bruce Banner's blood in her system, and then and that's how she gets his powers.
I think they're brother and sister, right?
They're cousins.
We're all just looking around the room. Was this like a?
Does it demonstrate how to? Does it show?
Was
how
it like
happened?
in the
Yeah,
Incredible Hulk movie where he cuts his finger and it like falls in a soda bottle and then Stanley drinks it?
No.
Like that?
There's a car crash and they both like get injured and she goes to like help him and he's like trying to tell her not to get near him because he's bleeding, and then like his blood falls into her wound and then she like becomes like a
How does this not happen to anybody else?
This
like
sounds-
over
Also,
there?
how is the Hulk?
Yeah, how
is
is he
the
not?
Hulk injured in a car crash?
That's so dumb.
well, he wasn't in Hulk form, he was in Bruce form because
Have they explained anything about?
he's wearing some prototype thing that's like able to like keep him in his like Bruce form, but it like breaks during the car
He's had
crash.
the worst arc in all of the movies.
What about Thor?
He's been all over the place. I mean,
Yeah.
after this last movie, Thor sucks, but like Hulk was like, "Oh, I'm Banner. I want to be Hulk. Hey, now we've come together and we're
Yeah, that's how I thought it
Smart
ended. Where he
Hulk.
was always
And
in,
now
like
he's-
Smart Hulk.
Bruce again." Like they,
I thought he was like permanent. Yeah, I thought he was like permanently.
Well, most of the
Hulk, but, like,
episode, he is Smart Hulk after his thing breaks. But for like a small portion of it, he's regular Mark Ruffalo.
stupid.
I miss when Hulk was like a person who can go out of control.
That's really like Prime Hulk.
It's been that way for a while, right? Though, where he hasn't been like that.
I mean, ever since
Was Ragnarok?
Endgame.
Was
Endgame,
Ragnarok
yeah.
the last
Well,
one?
Ragnarok, he couldn't
Ragnarok,
go.
he was angry, dumb Hulk, but he was still just Hulk. And then he switched to Banner.
Infinity War, he couldn't call Hulk.
He couldn't Hulk up.
Which, did they ever explain that?
Well, it was Banner like trying to like suppress his rage, right?
No, it was Hulk not wanting to come out because he was like,
Oh, because he was scared of
you
Thanos.
you need me because
Oh. Did that ever get resolved?
it got resolved off screen
Oh.
because it was 5 years later, and then
then he's
these
Smart
are
Hulk.
Smart Hulk.
Times. Okay.
Yeah.
These are.
Dab selfie. Yeah, it's stupid. Bring back Edward Norton.
what?
Justice for
Did you
Ed.
ever see that original
No.
movie? It wasn't bad.
Wasn't he not a team player? Edward.
I've
Norton?
heard that he's really hard to work with on anything.
Yeah, because
that he does.
he's like a prima donna, right? Like he thinks he's like the.
Well,
good
he also likes to like get involved with the script, and I think that was a big thing on the Hulk is he was like rewriting stuff, and
Oh my god,
yeah,
he's
Well,
a really good.
I would
actor.
say most of this also is probably hearsay. So like it's alleged stuff. Like
confirmed.
it's real. Yeah, I've heard that like about the Italian Job. Like he really did not want to do that movie, but there was some like weird contract thing that he did, which I think it served his character because his character in that movie is like very like I hate all of you.
I haven't seen that movie.
It's pretty good.
Is that Mark Wahlberg, right?
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah.
And like a bunch of Mini Coopers.
But yeah, a bunch of that movie made Mini Coopers cool.
Anyway,
I
so
used to
She-Hulk.
How bad is the CGI?
Well, I mean, it's not great, but I feel like that's kind of par for the course for so many things nowadays that, I mean, I don't know. It was fine.
Really,
it
like,
was serviceable.
And I think specifically with Marvel movies, because I think a lot of it, like, there's so much that they're doing so quickly and just getting it out that they're not taking the time that they need on it. But I think Marvel movies have really been suffering with kind of their quality and just how they look.
I have read some articles about like some of the companies that do CG for these places, and apparently it's like awful work because they're understaffed.
Like
they're
constant.
They're like worked to death, and they're expected to do so much in like such a short amount of time, and so like it makes the images suffer basically. And so a lot of people like don't like working on Marvel projects, but also it's like you can't say no sometimes because you work for a company that's contracted to do the effects, and you don't want to upset
basically
the
freelance.
biggest company in the business because then they have potential of like getting blacklisted in the future or something.
Yep.
Sounds like they should get better at their job.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I looked at you because I was expecting the American corporate greed.
Yeah.
And you're like, gotta get better at their job.
You never know with Landon. Like he's
I was kidding.
Flip a coin.
I was kidding. Yeah, Disney needs to calm down with how much they're just churning out like garbage.
You know, it's
They
kind of
maybe not
interesting.
care about Star Wars, like with with how bad the Obi-Wan show was. I just don't care anymore. The more I think about it, the more I hate that show.
You should
sucks
give
so much.
Andor a chance. I think you're gonna like Andor.
Andor looks really good.
Andor, I think, might be the best
it's
Disney Plus
pronounced
series.
Endor.
Classic.
No, it's not. Dave.
When is this show coming out?
I think it comes out in September.
Yes,
October.
September.
Because the one thing I really
It got
wanted,
delayed. It was supposed to be August, and then got delayed. to
Yeah,
September.
that's right.
the one thing I wanted from the Star Wars IP was to know about that one spy character from Rogue One. That's what I really wanted. I wanted a series about this random spy character. You know, really wanted to see his backstory.
I think it's pretty interesting.
How are you like the most jaded person I know?
Because he's old. Remember?
Here's the thing, Landon. Here's the
Landon's
thing.
in his 60s.
Would you rather them rehash the same character? Is that what you want to know
No,
about?
just do something completely different. Like, why do we have to have all these people?
Listen,
Why can't we have a
don't
new Star Wars?
We don't know much about Andor, like at all, pretty much.
I know
Like,
we
know bits and pieces from Rogue One.
whatever. Her freaking
Mothra?
What's her name? Yeah,
Mon Mothma.
the
Yeah,
giant moth.
she's in it.
So I'm looking through the cast, and most of these are original characters, if not all.
But we
two.
already know what happened. This is.
I know we already know what happens to Andor, but everybody else we're not sure. And so I'm with you on some things. I wish that they would just complete. Like that's why I'm excited for the
Do
Acolyte.
you wish they could just wish away your feelings?
Why can't they just stop?
Well, they're not going to stop because they want money.
I know, but like, can't they just if they're gonna like, can't they make a better product?
That's
I mean, that's what everybody wants. I
They're
think
like,
Andor.
they're like, they're just vomiting. They're like vomiting. They're like, don't you love? It's like the
My
South
question
Park.
is,
The member
will,
berries. Like, I remember
Remember Chewbacca?
remember Chewbacca. Like, it's like, oh my god.
my question is, will Borgullet be in the show?
who?
Borgullet will know the truth.
Yeah, because I wanted to see what he was up to.
Deception.
You know, before.
Oh, I think he is actually in the show.
Oh my
Borgullet?
god.
No,
my
the Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera's in it, but
Yeah.
Borgullet, he's got to be in it.
When are we gonna get the Star Wars series about the band on Jabba's palace? The Jabba's palace.
What
band,
about the sweeping kid from the end of episode 8?
Yeah, where's his show?
Oh, Broom Kid?
Yeah, where's his show?
The sweeper.
Good boy.
Broom Boy?
Good boy.
Yeah, he's.
It always comes back to Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
It
I
really
want them to
does.
stop.
I hate
I want them to stop.
I hate that movie so much.
I wish that movie had a better script.
I wish those movies didn't exist.
I wish I could just wish away my feelings,
Oh my gosh.
but I can't.
I'm getting so
How
mad.
did that work out? How did they ever get married?
I don't know. He's so toxic. He's such a baby.
She has to be crazy to fall for a psychopath.
Maybe she
Don't
was
look at
scared.
me like
It was
that.
his
Maybe she was-
eyes. It was his eyes.
I like watching you while you sleep. It's like what? Like the kid that like you knew when he was like 10 comes back like 10 years later and he's like, hey, I've been thinking about you for 10 years.
Don't look at me like that. Why not?
It's like,
Because it makes me feel uncomfortable. Sorry, my lady.
what?
I love you.
Red alert!
He's such a creep.
He's a baby too.
Yeah, he's such a baby. Ugh. That's what the Obi-Wan show. That's what they should have done at the end of the Obi-Wan show. They should have just like done a retcon, like he just hacks Anakin in half at the end of that. Like he actually just kills him.
No.
Like that'd be crazy. And they're like, yep.
You just want to watch the world burn.
I know. I want to watch all the fanboys be like, what? No, they're changing the canon. Like, oh.
He kills him, and then some random guy comes in.
It puts
like,
the suit on,
that's
yeah.
the Darth Vader that we know.
Yeah, it's just
In
some
the original
poser.
trilogy.
Yeah, it's just some poser. Like
it would
Luke's
make
bawling about like.
it would make the original trilogy make a lot more sense at this point, right?
Would it?
Yeah, like how Vader was like a cool, menacing figure instead of like mopey Anakin.
Is that why?
Yeah.
That and then Sebastian Shaw, like that's why he doesn't look like Hayden Christensen.
Exactly.
A different guy.
And it turns out it's just some like poser.
Who's pretending to be Luke's father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I always thought would have been a cool. With like, I always thought it'd be cool with like Boba Fett, like because they ruined him in Attack of the Clones. They ruined Boba Fett by making him just some knockoff clone of Jango. I would have thought it would have been cool if they made the Boba Fett movie that like the opening of the movie is like actual Boba Fett gets killed and some just random dude takes his armor and becomes Boba Fett.
Dude, why are you so edgy?
I just feel like we got to fix what George Lucas effed
Landon
up.
spent his whole childhood not being edgy, so he's trying to make up for it now.
How often would that be like Luke?
die,
Luke's
be
like-
replaced.
Like how funny would that be? Like Luke's like bawling over like who he thinks his dad is, and it's just some random guy that's lying to him, like manipulate him, like I'm your father. Like, but he-
Funny? Yes. Good writing? No.
Yeah, that'd be pretty terrible.
or they just divert it. They just make a new set of truth. They're like, this is what would have happened if Obi-Wan would have had a set of balls and would have killed Vader the second time. You know what I mean? Like Obi-Wan can't finish the job. He's too scared.
I think the good thing is like there are so many other good movies and TV shows that like
Yeah, I know that you don't have to waste your time with.
yeah,
Star
that
Wars
you
'cause it
you
sucks.
can enjoy yourself and like
What happened
Not.
to you, dude?
I think you'll be surprised with Andor. I think Andor will be good.
Andor is going to be good.
Well,
I think
I'm gonna watch it.
anything that's not super centered around what characters we already have established, I think is going to be really good.
I would love to be wrong. I'd love to be wrong.
Are you excited for like Mando season 3?
I'll watch it. Are we gonna get more CG Luke? Be like, look, it's CG Luke again, running around. Like, look, he likes.
Are jaded and old. What's wrong with you?
Landon's like, let me find something to complain about.
Landon is just channeling
Ahsoka doesn't even look like her animated self at this point.
at the beginning of the episode. Landon said he was in a bad mood, and so he's just channeling that mood.
Yeah, I guess. So.
You
You
know,
guys
everything he
made fun of
says.
my voice. My voice,
that
my
what that
choice.
says?
My voice, my choice. And my choice is to mock Star Wars.
My choice, my choice.
You're going to sound like a smoker in 10 years, but go ahead and
Stop.
choose.
Stop.
I'd give him 3 years
No.
before it kicks in.
Will my voice sound like complete smoker, or I'll be bald first? Which will happen first?
You're a smoker. You're
A balder.
How about we talk about a good TV show?
Like?
Better Call Saul. I got back into it because it just
No, that sucks because it's like an established character that was already in a.
Yeah, how about they do something? How about AMC does something
Why
original?
don't they just do a completely new character? It's ridiculous. It makes me so
How many
angry.
characters are in it for Breaking Bad anyway? There's like 5.
Dude, Landon, you couldn't have picked something else. Come on, like, you set him up.
That was a softball.
you know you can do a show about an established character if you do it right.
Sweet. Then let's watch Andor.
And
It'll be good.
All right, I'll stop being bitter about my childhood being ruined. How about we talk about something else?
Like Better Call Saul.
Yeah,
how is it?
it's very good. It's
Cool.
excellent.
Is it better than Breaking Bad?
I don't know. I haven't seen Breaking Bad in a long time, but I just started. So initially, I watched the first 2 seasons of Better Call Saul when they initially aired, and then I stopped because I got tired of like having to wait for it. And the last season just finished. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to start binging through it so I don't get the ending spoiled. And I forgot just how good the writing is and the characters. It's so good. Like the show takes no time getting interesting. It's like you're glued to your seat from the first episode. Like it's so engrossing. Like Bob Odenkirk is so good as the character.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the thing that they took, like in Breaking Bad, like Saul Goodman's character is probably, he's really good in Breaking Bad, but he's probably the character you find out the least about, like his backstory or anything. He's just kind of
He really is more of a tool. Like he is the lawyer.
Yep, he's the lawyer. He has some quirky stuff, but you don't know much. He doesn't have as much depth. So when they did announce like that spinoff show, like that was my initial thought. I was like, do we really need a show about Saul Goodman? And then they just immediately, like after the first episode, you're like, oh, I'm all in. Like this is so good. Like, and I think it ties. I mean, I think it's gonna really really tie into the original show quite nicely.
Is this a prequel?
It's a prequel. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's a lot of existing characters that have overlap between the shows.
And they have new characters too that they really focus on that are particularly interesting. So
Yep. It's got Michael Mando, the guy that played Voss from Far Cry 3, the villain, is in it.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them played Far Cry 3.
Oh, he's a Scorpion in
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know
Michael
who you're
Mando.
talking-
Yeah, he's
Michael
Nacho.
Mando.
He's a good actor. Very good actor.
He's creepy.
You can totally see his Voss, like, just in how he, like, kind of carries himself a little bit in the show.
A character I really like that I don't know if is in the show yet for you, Landon, but do you guys remember the what was it? In what's the guy's Hawkeye? He's the
I know.
what?
Jeremy
Who is-
Renner?
No,
the boyfriend of
he's the
her
boyfriend.
mom.
He's the fencing guy.
He's the goofy guy, the
The guy with the mustache?
yeah.
Yes,
Jack, I
he
think was his
plays
name.
a
What are
character.
you talking about?
I am very excited to see his character. When
Yes,
I get to him.
really-
I've heard like I've just seen like a couple images. Like I'm excited.
I really like his character in Better Call Saul. He's kind of like a villain, and he's very scary.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
he's not the
unsettling.
goofy. He's not like the goofy self he is in Hawkeye.
I loved his character in Hawkeye too. It's very funny.
But yeah, I just have the last season left.
Did we really need a show about Hawkeye?
But they proved that it was good. They did it good. They did it right. Like
They ruined my childhood.
no one had a childhood with Hawkeye.
I did.
Oh, a lot of people did.
I guess Avengers, like
Way back in the original Thor for like 2
2 seconds.
I mean, like Michael and I
Anyway.
were really kids then. I guess.
If my anti-Star Wars rant offended anybody, I'm sorry.
You didn't offend.
I'm sorry
It was
that
more
I-
like annoyed.
Do you disagree with my take on Star Wars?
What is
no.
your take on Star Wars? Just that,
That
it's all bad.
It's ruined.
I think Star Wars sucks at this point.
What does that mean?
I think
I just don't think it's good. Like the quality of
Like
product
the
they're putting
stuff
out.
that they're putting out now is bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's good. Like compared to like the kind of the quality of television shows you can watch available to you. I don't think watching, like if you had a limited amount of time,
What about you, like Mando?
Mando season 1 and 2 were good. Very good. And then Boba Fett, it started getting weird again, where I'm like, what is going on? Like it's becoming Mando. Like all the stuff with Mando is great, but Boba Fett felt like it was okay, but it's like you brought back this like legacy character. I feel like you had to do it better than that.
Landon didn't like the Boba Fett show because it reminded him that as a child he didn't have a really stylishly colorful moped, and he really wanted one. His whole childhood.
Stop.
But his mom said, "No, you will die if you get one, Landon."
I just wanted a scooter.
I would think you'd be better suited watching like other stuff. Like you just look at the quality of like the Obi-Wan show versus Umbrella Academy. I'm just picking properties. Like it's just there's just stuff that's way better. Like most of the Disney Plus, like Star Wars, and even a lot of the Marvel stuff, though it's fun, like it just feels like very subpar.
So-
compared to like the quality of stuff you can watch other places.
what Star Wars shows are there out there right now?
Mando,
Okay,
which is decent.
Mando season 1 and 2, which you both liked.
Yep,
Boba Fett, which was meh.
it's okay.
Then Obi-Wan. And then what else?
Andor coming out, which is probably gonna.
So you're saying that 2.5 for 4 on Star Wars shows.
Well, then they also have 3 movies that are garbage. So
But we're talking about shows.
I
combine
think
them.
Landon's talking more about properties, like
property,
in,
the
like
property.
You're just
I don't think
complaining to
Star
complain.
Wars has the depth to be.
You like
great.
Rogue One?
Rogue One was good.
I kind of understand where Landon is coming from.
Oh, I totally understand.
There's
where
there's no
you're coming
depth.
from.
The universe does not have the depth.
But
like
I think you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
yeah, that's what I want to do.
I hate babies and bathwater. like I agree partially with what Landon is saying in that it makes me less excited for future Star Wars properties. I feel like there's oversaturation, and the way I used to feel about Star Wars, I don't feel any longer.
Yep.
Like it doesn't hold that special like place in my heart anymore, and I think it's because of some of the things that have come out, like tainted the franchise as a whole. And so like
Yeah, and I totally get that. With that being said, I don't think that you can't cast off the entire series because of how broad this Star Wars is now becoming. Because
It's not very broad though. It's all like the same stuff. Like,
but going forward, it's going to be more broad. We have The Acolyte, we have Andor, we have a new movie that is going to focus on a rogue squadron.
that got
That's
canceled.
coming up. No, it got delayed, not canceled. Then we have Taika Waititi's 2023 Star Wars film.
I hope that gets canceled.
And what's great about it is you don't have to like all of them. Hopefully Star Wars is going to become something that is like very broad, because it has the potential to be something that is spanning, that it has different creative visions and spanning across the entire thing, or not the entire thing, spanning across the entire timeline or whatever kind of the Star Wars universe. But unfortunately, they're so focused on this little bit of story that they already have.
Yeah.
They're missing the forest for the trees. But maybe in the future, like hopefully they start looking at the trees, because it's possible. But I might get to the point where you are at, Landon. I fully think that it's possible, because
Hey, Will, watch through Breaking Bad. Just watch through Breaking Bad and be like, oh wow, like
But that's
premiere
those are
television.
totally different too.
I know, but
it's
I'm
kind
just
of
saying, like,
different
if
to
you have
compare.
like, I'm just saying like nothing like. I guess I'm just saying like the product is not. I don't have the faith that the product is ever going to be something complete. I don't think the Star Wars IP can be engrossing on like a super like outside of just like more popcorny fun. Like I don't think it can be something like truly special anymore. I don't think, and I don't think they even want. I don't think they even want it to be. I think they want. I think they want the quick cash grab for the kids. Like
I think
cool
it's
toy
always
seller.
been
Like
popcorny fun.
Yep.
I think people take it in whatever way they want to, but I don't think they've ever tried to do like, this is an artistic,
Masterpiece.
Oscar, that type of like it's like George Lucas says, it's for 12-year-olds. Like that's what
he is right. It is a kid. It is a kid show.
yeah,
It's a kid show.
It's kid stuff that
Adults can
it
come-
does have an appeal to every age, really. I mean, I'll probably like Star Wars until the day I die tomorrow.
I guess I'm just trying. And even there's some of their Marvel stuff. Like what?
What?
Like their Marvel stuff. Like I really like that Hawkeye show quite a bit.
Yeah.
But like compared to like Umbrella Academy or something, like Umbrella Academy is just so much more fun. It's like fun and popcorny, but like the characters are way better. Like there's way more. It feels so fresh and different, even though it's still kind of a superhero type show. Or like Invincible
or The Boys.
or The Boys. Like it's something like those are superhero properties, but they elevate the storytelling. Like the fight scene, the last fight scene in Invincible in that last episode, that's better than any fight scene Marvel's ever done, in my opinion. Like, period.
Well, it was like gut wrenching, and I feel like there
Yes.
wasn't really
Yeah.
like any gut wrenching fights.
In any
For
of
the
them.
most
Literally
part.
gut wrenching.
Yeah.
But Star-Lord versus his father.
I didn't watch that one.
Pac-Man and giant
I just, yeah.
Kurt Russell.
The way that the last episode of Invincible made me feel, I've never felt that watching any other, like,
I mean, again, they're trying to do different things, and I mean that's how any property is. They have different objectives for what they want to do.
and Marvel just wants to have, like, droves of people come in and watch their product and then be like, they're essentially going for the end credit scene that can tie it to the next movie. I could keep ranting. Nobody wants to hear my rants about
I mean, I'm not like the biggest fan of Marvel movies. I understand.
but there's just so much of it. It's like Invincible. Like we watched that. That was like, it's been like 2 years since that came out, I feel like, or a year.
I think a year.
And it's just been perfect. It was 8 episodes or something. And it's like, I'm not waiting for like 3 months after the first season comes up. Now here's the spinoff show about the, like,
You
this.
really
Like,
do sound old.
Did you watch Invincible, Will?
No, I didn't.
You got Amazon Prime. I don't have Prime.
Invincible is really good. I do think you should. I do think you should watch it.
I'm sorry.
You'd probably like. I think you'd like it.
It's so good.
I would definitely like it if I watched it.
I might
But
like it more than The Boys.
I think
I'm not
I like
sure.
it more than the boys.
I like the animated factor. I do think animation lends really well to superhero stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, are you guys, Dave, Landon, are you guys excited for House of Dragons?
I'm gonna
really.
watch it.
No.
I'm gonna watch it with my jaded glasses on.
You're edgy.
Why can't they branch out and do something completely different?
I'll just watch it. I do like a couple of the actors in it. Matt Smith's in it,
I like Matt Smith.
and Patty.
He was really good in Morbius.
I actually did hear he was like one of the better parts.
He was probably the best part of the movie. Still terrible.
I just like him as an actor, and then the guy that plays the king in the new House of Dragons. I can't remember, Patty Constantine or something. Are you IMDbing it, Will? I can pull it up. I can't remember his name. He's been in some stuff that I really liked. He's
to answer your question though, Will, no, I'm not really looking forward to it. Or
are you still kind of put off by the Game of Thrones ending?
I would say
How
yes.
could you not be?
Yeah,
How could
very
you
much
not
so.
be?
Also,
Another thing that they
Michael
ruined.
canceled his HBO Max subscription, so
I did. I just wasn't using it.
I was using it like every day.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was watching so much stuff on HBO, and then one day I was
sorry.
like, I was probably gonna watch John Oliver or something. So I turn it on and I click play, and it's like, hey, what type of like subscription do you want? And I was like, well, this is weird. So I messaged Mick and asked him, and it was funny. The day before this, I was thinking, man, I'm glad Mick still has HBO Max because I really like using it. It would be a bummer if he canceled it. But Mick never cancels anything. He's probably gonna have this subscription forever. And then it was literally the next day I find out that you canceled the HBO.
I just wasn't using it. You can make your own.
Well, I had like a long list on there, and I had like my continue watching and stuff. So, yeah.
Well, I guess that means you can't make your own profile and
can't.
just go back and watch stuff.
So speaking of HBO, I watched the first episode of Hard Knocks, Training with the Detroit Lions.
Oh yeah.
It was really fun.
How-
I think it's fun because Dan Campbell. You just
Yeah,
get
he's great.
it's the Dan Campbell show.
He's a lunatic.
Isn't he crazy?
He's so funny.
He's crazy.
He's crazy, but he's authentically Dan Campbell, and you're gonna love him or hate him. Quote unquote.
Is Jared
show.
Goff in it much?
Not so far.
Is he the bite the
It's
kneecap guy?
The first,
Yeah, he's the bite the knee.
yeah,
guy.
with Black's kneecaps.
Yeah.
Jared got
great.
the first episode focused on their first round draft pick the most.
Oh, okay.
Going forward, I'm not sure. I haven't watched the second episode yet, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was more of a documentary series than anything.
Yep. Hard Knocks. I've always wanted to watch it. It's been around for forever.
Yeah. So the preseason is Detroit Lions, and then the in season is going to be the Arizona Cardinals.
Yep.
Which
the in-season stuff's the new thing that they haven't
Yeah, they haven't done that before.
too much. Yeah, they've done. I think they did it last year, maybe, but it's a newer thing than the
Yeah.
preseason. But yeah, I'm fascinated. This is veering off of my jaded hate for some television shows. I'll be more positive. I'm fascinated by the Detroit Lions this year because last year they were a team that they were terrible, but the you can always tell a team, like, a lot of times they'll lose, the coach will lose the locker room and lose the players, and they didn't stop playing hard all season. Like, the team kept playing for their coach, which is not very common for a team that's like spiraling out of control. Like,
Yeah.
it's like expected to be bad and is bad. Typically, like, the team gives up, and they seem to play hard every week. So,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what this season can bring because I think they can legitimately be a wild card team in some sense. I think they could be a 7 seed wild card team. They're the kind of team that is going to get it done off of a little bit of luck and a little bit of God's hand. Like maybe some
divine intervention.
maybe some missed calls, but it's gonna happen.
I can't just imagine. I can just imagine how much Dan Campbell would cry if he won the Super Bowl with the Lions. Like, that guy would be bawling. That guy about cries every post game conference.
Yeah, that's true.
When they like barely lost, he was like, "These players, they play their hearts out, man." That guy's a lunatic.
I love him.
He's
I love
great.
him.
No, he's great.
He might. I just wish he was coaching a better team.
Well,
If you
He's
blame
in the
this on
roster,
Jared
isn't it?
Goff, Landon,
He is.
No, I love Jared Goff.
They are the youngest team in the NFL. That's the reason. Is they have the youngest roster across the entire NFL. They don't have a lot of experience on them, and I think what Dan Campbell said is, like, in the Hard Knocks, the first episode, he said, we're trying to build towards being that team that is dangerous. And if the owners give him enough time and the GM gives him enough time, I think Dan Campbell can build towards that.
You think he can build a team instead of what the LA Rams did by buying a team?
Yes. Well, the LA Rams are screwed in a couple years. They're absolutely screwed.
I mean, but they got their ring.
They got their ring.
Right?
They got their ring.
So they're good
right?
for a
That's
while.
the gamble. They're good for a while. It's just that they're gonna be in the pooper for a while.
I heard talks like Sean McVay was thinking about retiring.
Yeah.
He realized how much he screwed the team for the future.
Yeah.
Like he was gonna retire and then go
no draft
onto another
picks.
yeah.
No anything. They're going to have a bare bones roster in a couple years.
Yep. Yeah.
But it's fine because they won
won a Super
and
Bowl.
they're going for a second one.
Yep.
Which they might do because they're one of the best teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
Still.
Matt Stafford should be better year 2 with them.
Well, I don't know. He's been having some injuries, I think.
Dude, he'll be fine. He's a dog. He's a dog. See, now I'm happy again. We're talking about football.
I was going to say,
No, I'm mad.
football is
Now
back.
Mick's mad.
That was something
sad.
I put on the topic list last week, and I knew Michael didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I warned my girlfriend. I warned Megan. I'm like,
There's
haven't
this
seen
thing called
you
football.
haven't seen this side of me. You haven't seen the Sunday morning 9:50 a.m. Decision making.
It's horrible.
Went on a whim.
Put it in Chris Carson.
On a whim.
Leave
On a
him
whim.
the
You pull.
bench.
On a whim. You pull Dak Prescott out and put Davis Mills in because you like the matchup.
And then Dak Prescott drops 40
Yeah,
and Davis
yeah.
Mills drops 15.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Does she like any football at all?
She likes college football.
Okay, because I'm going to say she's
Enough.
kind of close
She's
to
never-
Kansas City.
A little bit. They don't have any pro teams though where she was from, the state.
I mean, yeah, but Kansas City is not too far away from.
No,
where she's
and
from.
Chicago's close, and yeah. So she's gonna have to suffer through. I've gotten better though. I'm better. I'm better. I'm still sick, but I'm getting better. I dropped out of a league. This year.
How many are you in now?
I'm only in 2 now,
Gosh.
I'm also only in 2.
I'm in 2. 2 is the sweet spot.
and I don't even know if this other one's gonna happen this year. So maybe I'll just be in the keeper league.
Yeah, not
no,
sure.
wait,
what happened? What's wrong with your other league?
I just the guy, my coworker, hasn't hit anybody up about playing.
Oh, dang, he's running out of time.
Yeah. I don't really care though. I kind of okay. I'm tired. I'm weary.
Yes, we know.
I just know that I can't win a championship, so
When does football start?
it's impossible to win in our league too because Dave manipulates people into giving them his best players.
That is not
Is
true.
that true? Is that true, Dave?
No, that is
You
not
manipulate our friends that don't know any better. You manipulate the ones that are
Weak.
true. No, you're gonna make
Dumb.
me mad and other people mad.
Dave bought a championship. He's just like the LA Rams.
I do have Cooper Cup on my team.
God dang it! You had Jonathan. Okay, now all right. Now I'm mad at football now again too. Let's talk
Oh
about
yeah,
something
yeah.
else.
We got Angry Landon back. Oh, that I missed him.
Star Wars, fantasy football. What's next? What do you want to rant about?
Pick
pick your choice.
Have
Video
you guys been
games.
playing the video game stuff?
Elden Ring. Yay!
I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but
I've also
doing
been
a lot
playing
of-
Elden Ring.
More Smash Bros. Tournaments, right?
I have, yes, actually, yeah. I was
You won
at
last
one
week,
last
right?
week. No, I did not win last week, unfortunately.
You could have lied. You could have just been like, "Yep, I won."
Yeah, I won the whole thing. Best person in Ewok. No.
What?
Eastern Washington.
Eastern Washington.
Oh,
Ewok.
Ewa is the region that we're in.
there's stupid Star Wars. I'm kidding. I like Ewoks.
They blink now.
They blink now. They blink now.
They blink now. They blink now. They blink now. They blink now. Oh god!
Classic. That's a classic.
I just imagine them running behind them, blinking. At them. I blink now.
Oh. All right. Well, continue about your Smash Bros. tournament.
Well, I think I'm getting better. So I'm not losing all my games anymore.
Nice.
I am consistently able to take one game off of somebody, so I'm not last place anymore.
That's
I'm
good.
one past last place. But I'm going to last stock with some people who are outside the top 10 in the region. So
Okay.
I'm in that 10s 20s zone maybe in how I'm taking some people to close games.
That's
yep.
good.
They're not a cakewalk anymore.
Yeah, they're not a cakewalk anymore. I'm not a cakewalk anymore for them. In fact, they get a little nervous, I think, at some points when playing me, which is nice. But against the top 5 in the region, I still get crushed.
Yeah.
Because they're so good.
Yeah.
But anything like 6 to 10 in the region can make it kind of close, but I usually get destroyed one game because you play 2 games to make a set. You have to lose 2. It's best of 3.
Okay.
and I usually get destroyed one game and keep it close one game. Usually that's how it goes. Where if it's in that 6 to 10 range, anything else than that, sometimes it'll go to game 3, like 10 and ranked 10 and above. But I mean, I'm looking forward to. I got another one next week. This one's a really big one. Almost 200 people are attending. Next week.
Dang.
Yes, the pot bonus is not the pot bonus, but the pot total is like $2,500.
Dang, you gonna win that? Bring that money home.
Yeah,
Bring home that cash.
I can contribut to the Hotkeys house with that. You know?
Yeah. Pay for an eighth of 1 month's rent.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying. I've been going to a lot more tournaments, but I'm trying to find a balance between going to tournaments and I want to start making way more videos, like way more.
Okay.
Like
on your channel.
I want to start writing way more. Yeah, on my channel, and I want to start making way more videos.
You just want to start just churning out content. You just want to start throwing it out there.
Not
like
in the way of like, oh, I'm sending low quality stuff out, but I really want to invest time in it a lot.
I was just kidding.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's easy to do, right? Where you're kind of putting out stuff that you find mediocre and you're content with that. And some people will be content with the mediocre content you put out. I just, for my 12 subscribers, I really want to make sure that I have the best content for them. You know?
Yeah.
Hey,
Exactly.
there's still people,
They are.
or they might be bots. I don't know.
Actually, I've been thinking about it. It's like, even though my videos don't have 100 views yet, either of them don't have 100 views, I think that a channel that is uploading with 8 or 12 subscribers, getting almost 100 views, I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty.
I'm pretty proud of, like, not only like how people are watching it, but I'm pretty proud of what I was able to put out too, which is probably the greatest satisfaction that you can have.
Yeah.
When you're making some of those things, is I'm proud of what I was able to create, probably because it takes me time to think about it and write them. Like it's I mean, I uploaded my first video almost a year ago. It was August 30th, 2021.
11 months ago.
11 months ago. And even though I've only made 2 videos in the span of a year, I've really thought long and hard about what I want to make, right? But now that I'm getting familiar with the process, I could start making more of them, right?
What do you want to do? Like one a month then? Would that be?
I was thinking one a month, one of those. And I'm trying to. You should never shoot for like, oh, it needs to be at least this length, but I'm trying to make it a bit longer than just like 12 minutes is my goal, is to have a topic that I can like break down a bit more than just what I think of it. So I don't know. I'm really hoping to. I think the Stray one will be around the same length as the Market Influence one, about 12, 13 minutes. But I really feel like I could, like if I pushed myself, I could write more about it. I just don't know what exactly, how I can flesh things out without things getting redundant. It's still something that is a really big challenge for me writing, because I feel like I often, when I write, I always say multiple things twice. And it's just me. I have to get a better writer at explaining more thoroughly what I feel and not like repeating the same thing over and over again. But it's a big challenge. I think if I were to choose between Smash Bros. And writing, I probably would choose writing just because, but I wanted to try to do both for a little bit. I just don't know if it's, I don't know. It's so hard because you have to
probably do
practice.
both. I bet you could do both.
I think so.
Just time management.
The hard thing is I don't know if I'll ever be the writer I want to be or the player I want to be if I do both, you know?
You have to choose.
Like, I feel like there's this pressure to choose, because if I fully commit to playing a lot of Super Smash Brothers, I think I could be like close to the top 10 in the region. Like with how I've been like growing and how fast I've been growing my trajectory. It's like if I get some things down and I really, really put the practice in, I could get close to top 10, I think. Like maybe not, probably not top 10, but for a while, but like I could be just outside of it, taking some sets off some big names in the region.
Do you think you'd get more satisfaction from that or from writing?
I think maybe from writing.
I think that's what I would. If I had to pick one and put more time into it, I think the writing would probably be.
Yeah. The hard thing is that, though, I'm making friends when I'm going to these tournaments. So it's like
You already have us.
So
you don't need
don't need
more
anybody else.
friends. So
No.
So I don't know. That's kind of why I've been kind of, I don't know. I'm trying hard to manage my time, and it's really difficult.
time management. I'm not very good at time management.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
A lot of times.
My time management. Time. I'm bad. Like I'm getting better, but it's hard. Like I'll get home from work sometimes, and be like, I want to do this, and this, and then I just screw around on my phone for like 30. You know what I mean? Like you just mess around and like watching stupid like YouTube videos for like an hour or something. And you're like, I could have.
I mean, that's easy to do.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't really play video games anymore.
Well, yeah, you were telling us all you don't like them, right? You know, and
No,
Dave was like, no. Dave was like, you love video games.
Dave has a theory, apparently.
My theory is that Michael does not like video games, but he likes games that feel like movies. So like Uncharted are like some of his favorite games.
Those are nothing like movies, Dave.
So I
Last of
I
Us?
get what you're saying.
Kind of like movies.
I think off my observations, I'm going to disagree.
Well, Dave, what else do you have to say?
But go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
I was gonna say because like I feel like sometimes it's hard to like get Mick into a game or something, but the games he likes and the games he replays are those like very kind of cinematic style sort of games. I think Uncharted is like the best example because you really like those and have played them a fair amount, I would say, and I'd say those are probably some of the most like cinematic video games, AAA at least.
Yeah, the Arkham series too.
There's a decent amount of gameplay in Arkham, though. I feel like.
Well,
There's like a lot of
no,
systems
I'm not saying like there's lots of cutscenes. I'm saying it like feels like almost that you are in a
feels
movie
cinematic.
or like feels cinematic or feels like you're experiencing a movie a little bit differently.
So you're saying Mick doesn't like the games where you spend half your time in a menu, like?
No, I'm not saying like
I mean, you're right. I
mean,
don't.
yes, that is true, but
That sounds terrible.
I mean like something like Civ like does not feel like you're watching a movie. But there's
It
a
is
lot
when I
of
play it.
gameplay. And I
Well,
don't think like
I've always said too that I like playing a character that has like it's his own character. I don't really like playing a story type of game where I am the person. You know what I mean? Like I am.
you like the story assigned to you. You like the character assigned to you. and
right?
written
Yeah, the character
already.
is the interesting part. Like I'm not interesting enough to be the character in the video game.
So, like, is the gameplay less important than to you sometimes than, like, I guess the story of the characters?
I feel like the gameplay is a big part because if it's like a like a RPG, that is incredibly boring to me. I can't stand that.
Well, I was
But
gonna say
the
like
characters-
there's certain things
the
that
charac-
Mick like really like isometric view is almost like a no for Michael no matter what the game is. Like even if it's like an action kind of game, like it's just something Michael doesn't like, and I feel like that's not very cinematic. At least it doesn't feel as much as like as immersive as say Uncharted, where you're close to the character, third person perspective, or like first person shooters, where Michael does like some of those. But
But I like some like side scrolling games.
what side scrolling games do you like?
Hollow
Knight, Cuphead.
I like. I don't like Cuphead.
Cuphead's so hard.
Cuphead is so freaking hard.
Cuphead's brutal.
But
So
I
it
like
is-
some of the like artsier ones. Like I liked
Limbo?
Limbo.
Yeah.
I like Limbo.
Did you play Inside?
Yeah, the
sequel
That's
to-
where the computer and game stuff was. It was
Okay.
inside.
No, the sequel, like the game after Limbo.
It was like it wasn't like a sequel though.
No, but it's like the same vein.
I think I played like a tiny bit of it.
That was really good too.
What else? I guess Journey isn't a side scroller, but it's in that same type of vein where it's.
I'd say Journey is very cinematic.
But then it's cinematic.
I want to play. I've heard Journey's really good.
Journey's
Journey
really
is excellent, and the music is some of the best music in a video game, I would argue.
I think I don't like the video games that you really like, Dave. I get what you're saying. Like, I don't like video games that are like managing things. I don't like menus too much.
You don't like boring games.
I don't like boring games. Like, as much as I love the like Jedi Fallen Order, like all the menu stuff, all the skill tree stuff, like that gets.
Is there that much
kinda-
menu or skill tree stuff in Jedi Fallen Order?
There's not. I mean, not compared to some games that you're probably thinking of, but to me, like even just the little skill tree stuff here and there is like I just want to play the game. Like okay, like who cares about upgrading, blah blah blah. Like I just want to play. Like I feel that way about like fighting games when it comes to like, oh, you have to memorize all of these different moves for this one character. Like that to me is like, I hate that. It's stupid.
But that's where like actually knowing the game comes in. It's like you're not actually playing the game until you like figure out how to
It's just such a steep learning curve though,
It
that
is.
it's like I I get bored too easily.
It is. I will say that it is a very steep learning curve,
Yeah.
and fighting games are, I think, the hardest genre.
I would say
easily
so.
the hardest genre because you have to know
Harder than match 3 games, Will?
what
Harder than match 3 games, Will?
what match 3.
Yeah, like Bejeweled and all those
Candy
games.
Crush, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's close
The
though.
real gamers game.
Yeah. The Candy Crush moms of the universe.
Oh gosh. Well, I think we probably agree then, because like what I would consider, like I consider a lot of the stuff that you were describing that you don't like as part of playing the game, and I think like Will would count as like learning move sets, also as like playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with that. To me that gets boring, and I just don't like it.
It's
I think
not
that's
cinematic. It's not a. It's not.
I think that's my favorite part of fighting games is learning the frame data. Like, this is gonna sound super nerdy, but like
No, it won't.
like what to do in this situation, or because probably the best thing that I've been learning about fighting games is it's all about either faking something, or it's you can bait somebody to do something. You can like run in, run out. You can like, there are strategies that you can, like, if you know the game and can play the game and know how to move your character, you can set up a situation where you keep showing your hand over and over again, and in the most critical moment you strike.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Where-
that's like, strategy 101.
It is strategy 101 with
any
anything.
sport, any
but
type of
it
that.
comes out the most in
Yeah.
those fighting games, because if you take a game like Horizon Zero Dawn,
Yeah.
you're going to be rolling and shooting arrows. That's all I did for the entirety of the game, except maybe the lassos. I lassoed some animals down, but I did rolling and shooting arrows almost the entire game. Maybe switched up some ammo types, and I was able to play the game easily. Boom, done. I didn't even have to think about. All I had to think about was, oh, incoming attack, roll,
Yeah.
and just keep shooting. So I get what you're saying in that, like, it's not entertaining at first, right? Where and it's super frustrating too. There's nothing more frustrating than wanting to do something and then not being able to do it because you don't know how to do it. But I think the reward is there, and I think it can be valuable in some ways.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with what you're saying. It's just I can never. I just always have a hard time getting past that like hump of like.
Oh yeah, it's
might
like
be kind of boring.
it's a roller coaster, right? Where you have to go straight up first. You have to know and learn and commit yourself. You have to be willing to lose 100 times out of 100 for your next matches.
yeah.
I mean,
Not
I don't play fighting games. I don't play fighting games very much, but I do understand what you're talking about, like that process. And I don't know if it's just the way that my brain works or something, and like the level of how I sometimes play games. But I feel like I've almost trained myself to the point that the process is almost sometimes more fun than like what Michael would consider the gameplay portion of it, because like the planning and everything and like builds and stuff like that, or like learning certain things, to me just like causes a lot of enjoyment, and there's like a lot of catharsis in that for me. So it's like, it's funny to like hear other people's perspectives and like how some people would agree with that, but other people, like, it's like their least favorite part of playing a game or playing a sport or something.
And I definitely have like times in my life where I'm like, I hate video games, like all type. Like the thought of like getting on the PlayStation and like trying to play something, it just is so boring.
Yeah, I've been there.
Like I definitely get those swings. Where
I
I'm
think
like,
we've probably all
uh,
had those phases before. I mean, like, have you? I mean, I know I have. I don't want to speak for Will, but I've definitely had those like portions of my life where it's like video games don't seem fun at all, and I have like almost like zero desire to start a game or to continue playing a game. And so, like sometimes I'll go for stretches, and sometimes it'll be months of like just not playing any video games because it's just not interesting to me.
I think I've been there, but to a lesser extent. It's more, I've never gone stretches of months, probably just weeks.
I would say the past like probably 6 months now, I've just been kind of like, I mean, I'll play here and there and stuff, but I think a lot of it has to do with too, like there's not anything out right now that I'm like really interested in.
I feel like for me, like sometimes it takes a game that like really hooks me and it'll like get me back into games.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had some examples of that before, and it's like when I'm not playing games, I'm not like thinking that I'm better for it, you know? I'm not like, oh, like finally I'm, doing better things with my life or whatever, because I'm probably doing something else to waste my time. But
Oh, Dave.
but whenever I like get back into games and like I get into a game I really like, I like that feeling because then it reminds me of like times where like I really enjoyed playing games, and it's like, oh, it just like is sometimes affirming that it's a hobby that at times I really do enjoy and cherish. And I think some games like just really bring out that feeling, and I like that feeling.
Yeah, I agree. I've been playing pickleball.
What game is that? What system is that on?
That's on the old Atari.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how was it?
It was grueling.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, we
last
talked
week,
about
but
Oh, okay.
I've been playing pickleball.
A lot.
I've been trying to play a lot. And that kind of falls into why I'm not playing video games as much as I'm wanting to like be outside doing something more than just being stuck inside.
Well, I mean, you want to take advantage of like nice weather too if you have the opportunity. If it's not too hot.
Yeah, definitely that. But even then, like we've been talking about, like, oh, we're gonna use the church in the wintertime and just play inside. Like quite a bit of us in our friend group have been bit by the pickle and been one.
Okay.
You can't be serious.
Just looking at Dave's face. And have been just wanting to play more. I know you guys have, or Will, yeah, we'll play.
I do like pickleball. The problem is I live like in a completely different city. So
No, you don't. Okay. No. Wrong.
I mean, Will does live like a half hour away though.
So I can't come out to like everything.
Yeah.
It's not feasible for my budget right now or my time. So,
but I mean, it was fun, right?
oh, it was super fun.
Yeah.
I like that game's super fun.
It's fun. It's much easier to jump into than like, hey, all we're gonna play tennis. Hope you know how to play tennis, and it's just easier to jump into.
It's more
and
beginner
play.
friendly.
It's way
Much more
more
beginner
accessible.
friendly.
Yeah.
Yes. And yeah, I think last Wednesday we had like 8-9 people come out. So we had two nets we had put up, and we were playing, doubles, switching to singles, and it was just like a lot of fun. Yeah, it's just something that's it's cool to do. I'm getting into it. I've been watching professional pickleball too, and it's cool. I guess it's like one of the fastest growing sports now in the US.
I never would have guessed pickleball being the fastest growing sport,
Yeah.
but
Apparently,
I mean, it makes sense. It's accessible. It's probably cheaper than a lot of other sports.
It's fun.
yeah, and just easier to get into.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, on the pickle note, I think we'll wrap up here. Unless you guys have something else you want to talk about.
No, I'm good. I'm good, man.
Hey, okay, Landon, what bad things do you have to say about pickleball?
Nothing.
Why
I
couldn't
actually
they just create an original sport,
No, I have nothing. I have nothing.
It's a
Pickleball sounds amazing.
spin off of tennis, It's just
And it's named after an existing food. Like they couldn't have like invented a new food for it to be named after.
Why wasn't it gherkin ball?
Gherkin ball.
I'd play that. No, I really want to play pickleball.
You should play with us. I think we're trying to play on Tuesdays, so
Tuesdays? I probably could play. Maybe.
should come
I don't
out.
know.
Come out.
I don't know.
Have
Maybe.
a good time. It's a fun time.
Am I welcome?
You're in the group chat.
That
You
is a
get
good
the.
point.
We just talked about this. You get the text.
I just.
Am I welcome?
I don't think
You knew that we were
I've never
playing-
replied. I haven't replied in that group chat in like probably.
You knew that we were
9
playing
months.
today at 8.
Why do you think that like people keep you in the group chat instead of starting a new one without you? Like that, you're still invited.
Because it takes a lot of work to like remake a group chat, Will.
Yeah.
It has nothing to
fair
do with like wanting Landon present.
No.
Well, you are welcome.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to this week's episode. We hope you'll join us again.
Please join us again. We appreciate all of you who listen.
Yeah, you guys keep the lights on.
Yep. The lights are on right now, so we can see each other.
We're recording at 3 a.m.
Yes.
Well,
It's pitch black everywhere else. So yeah, pickle up and have a good day.
Pickle up.
pickle.
Pickle.
Up.
Piccolo
Bye.
Ultra.
Pickle up, pickle out. Pickle.
Chris Pratt's beer.
Yeah, gherkin.
I'm going to go
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, CastBox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.